are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the
It's a division game.
Oh, is it?
to go now in week 6 of the
Yeah,
NFL
in my division.
and we are underway on EA Sports.
I gotta go. No mercy.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the opening kickoff will not be returned.
Oh, come on, defense. Let's tighten up. We've been able to tighten up all year. But I need y'all here.
A little record. You're struggling, man. But who the fuck is Hainsey? Oh.
Good defense. That was 4 yards down there for like
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your plays are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard first down. Second down, they go again with Henry.
Come on. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still going to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be brought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
There we go.
He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there.
That's why I don't be getting no pressure, bro.
Why?
He fucking got a linebacker on this side. Coverage damn linebacker.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now a play fake. Wentz.
Come on.
Edwards-Helaire once
That's a
again.
pass he got, Wentz.
Loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch either in the running game or the passing game. They must like the matchups they're getting.
Come on, offense, let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Look. We got no troops. TY7.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And down he'll go at the 25.
Hey, go see.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, here's
I pressed the wrong
I pressed the wrong button.
I know this game is fucked up.
He was
That's supposed to be me right now, bro. You know that. Come on, man. Stop playing me.
I was supposed to be a ball. You right about that?
That's supposed to be me, man.
When you're going to
Yeah,
get
I'm
it,
supposed to have that.
panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
to throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance,
Okay.
man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Now Lance. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spoil the play before he gets there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 to the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
I think you better off getting that kicker out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Lance now to throw. Flush to his right.
It ain't here. It ain't there. No, sir. It
That
ain't
way,
there.
though.
No, sir, it's not.
Like, just stay with your girl. Stay with your girl, bro. It would have been fine. I had the route combos just how I wanted.
Realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. This is called.
Our combo, just how we like it.
Josh Oliver. His first touchdown all year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Play action. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On second down, it's Henry. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, Wentz. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Wentz now on first down. He finds Robinson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On play action, it's Wentz. Able to get away.
Come on, get out of there. Get out of there.
Now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 36, Lance. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
On play action, Lance. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Lance now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Check. Slam. Shoot. Hey, watch the edge. 5'9". Check.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. This one completes a Tunyon underneath. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Running from the gun with Henry. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Army. Kill. 20. 25. Check 25. 82. Go. Safe. Jam it. Down the man inside.
On the option, this is Wentz. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the flag. Motion. Pump. Check 9. Check 13. Kill. Alert 3. Big edge. Back.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. A give to Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Lance. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now it's Lance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Run. Check four. Kill. Where's Chip? I need one over here. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. Please.
They fake the give. Now Wentz.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check three. Switch.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
On 1st down, Lance.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Josh Oliver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down and 5.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. 42's Mike. I'm up. Great 57. Switch. Great. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Wentz now to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Get wide. Check. He's checking. Crash. Motion. Mike 42.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Got a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 42. Watch twist. Watch the safety creep. Hey. Check 24. Watch 24. Run. Watch the shift.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ricky. Man 5-7. Shift. Sponge. No. Under 10. Ram. Watch safety creep.
From the 39, Wentz. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this to Elliott. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 50. Defense wins championships, baby. 36. Check 26.
From the gun, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it.
Lance now on 1st down. A dump off for Davis. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
Again, it's Lance. Flush to his right. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Watch out. Hey.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance escaping the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. That good for 22 and a 1st down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Texans scoop it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Texans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back.